Imagine a girl flipping through a fashion magazine. She's seeing page after page, and then she starts to wonder, is it what I need to look like to being considered as beautiful?
And now imagine a boy, he's watching television, he's looking and seeing these big muscular men with big fancy cars and fit women surrounding him. And he's thinking to himself, is this what I need to be a real man?
And now imagine you, judging and comparing yourself every single day in front of a mirror and saying to yourself one thing, I am not enough.
These are daily realities for a lot of people in our generation and generations before us. Advertisers used to try to sell us dreams by using sex as a shortcut to get our attention.
Now look at these ads. Would you buy it? Like honestly, without joking, would you buy it? You'll say that this image is pretty outdated and old-fashioned. Well, what if I show you their recent campaigns? What do you think now? Do you see any different apart from equality? Like, do you see any different? Like, really, do you see?
Mm-mm.
Like, me neither.
Sex used to sell well in ads, and creators didn't even need words to tell us what the point they were trying to get across. The images did all the work for them, but we're starting to get sick and tired of seeing it.
Yeah, an International Journal of Advertising asked more than 11,000 participants and found that people's attitude for ads with sexual appeals and without them were actually no different. So it basically, moreover, people trying to react more negatively when they see those ads. People now more accustomed to neutral advertising.
And another study where men were shown campaigns from Victoria's Secret and Dolce & Gabbana featuring women, even then we're still getting sick and tired of seeing it, with the men having more negative reactions than positive.
And it leads to lower purchases, definitely. Take Balenciaga as an example. They were released their holiday November 22 campaign, where they were released children holding teddy bears, wearing bondage gear. It went so viral on social medias that people just accused Balenciaga of child porn. And after that, Balenciaga's whole revenue dropped by 29%, which is quite bad. And this proves the point, once again, that people don't want to see it anymore, and they're sick of it.
And even then, looking at ads from the past 80 years, like Marlboro ads and Camel, denim jeans, all the men in these ads are portrayed in a way that they're meant to be hypermasculine, dominant, the man of the household kind of thing. And even ads with women in it, they are portrayed as effeminate and delicate, and you don't really need to be told how to open a bottle of ketchup, really.
Yeah, women face like constant pressure of meeting this unrealistic beauty expectation. It leads them to really big problems like body dissatisfaction, eating disorders, and low self-esteem, as well as for men actually. It leads them, like who are more accustomed to super dominant, super strong, and super masculine, it leads them to depression, anxiety, and reluctance to seek for help, which is quite bad, and it impacts us every single day, and it's mad, like honestly. And it limits our freedom of like diversity for advertising world.
And there are brands who are starting to see that their social responsibility is more important now. With Dove, they are starting to use, for their Real Beauty campaign, models of all ethnicities and ages and sizes, just to show that diversity a bit more. They're starting to realize we prefer authenticity over superficiality.
Yeah, and Mason Margiela are one of the prime examples of such brands that are trying to break these norms and trying to break these harmful stereotypes. After fall-winter campaign in 2023, they had increased their revenue by 10% because of that, which is quite good, you know.
And that made their revenue at the end of 2023 go up to 1.1 billion only after one singular online campaign that showed non-sexualized models. Another brand that's doing this is Versace. Everyone knows Versace. They took their revenue after showing their Fall Winter 2022 campaign, and then by 2023 it went from 718 million to 1.1 billion, clearly showing that it's a lot better to use non-sexualized models.
Yeah, so what really we can do about it, like honestly? First of all, not to trust everything we see in media, especially advertising world. Try to support brands and young brands that are looking for this authenticity and looking for this diversity and this in creating new campaigns and creating new ads and educate young generation of people like because it's definitely our future to understand what's the messages behind those ads, like what really are they trying to sell you with those ads, because it's not a role model and nobody looks like that in the real world.
And then again, with Dove, they're still striving forward in the right direction. They're using models of different ages and ethnicities, clearly shown, and it's just promoting more of a neutral kind of,
Authenticity.
yeah, more authentic for people to follow. You can relate to yourself more by seeing more ages and sizes and ethnicities in these ads. And there are more brands who are taking accountability for this. Nike is a good one. This is an ad from the late 70s. I don't really think you need men's abs to sell women trainers for sports. But then from this year, from their Paris Olympics, they showed quotes and portraits of the Olympians from this year's Paris Olympics, and it clearly aligns a lot more with the core values of the brand. And then again, across the pond, American Eagle Outfitters released their Airy Real campaign in 2013. Their revenue then went up to 1.07 billion in just under a year.
So let's remember that we see advertising every day and everywhere. That is why it's had a powerful impact on all of us. We need to understand not only what they need to sell to us, but also how they're selling it. And we need to understand these clear messages behind those ads, because basically it's not about simply changing ads. It's about changing minds in our society and our future. So advertisers, content creators, marketers, and everybody who's involved like in this advertising world and who's creating this advertising, they need to stop creating this over-sexualized content because they still think it is selling. They're wrong. Sex just simply doesn't sell anymore. Thank you.
Yay!